Nation of Intent is day 12 of the challenge, and I figure I might as well start talking a little bit about protein. After all, you're getting a decent amount of it. You're going to get a little bit more in your diet. So why do we need protein? Is it just because we're trying to build muscle and it's going to help to build muscle? Why do we have protein in the diet? Shouldn't we just worry about calories? Who cares? Okay, so there's several reasons why we want to have protein. And of course, protein out of the three macronutrients is, I would say, you could say arguably, but is the macronutrient where over half of it, really speaking, is essential. Your body cannot make it. The only way you can do is to consume it through food. And the downfall with getting protein from non-animal sources is that these essential amino acids become much harder to get. Not impossible, but much, much harder to get. So if you are vegan or you are eating very little animal product, then I would highly recommend taking an essential amino acid supplement, okay, an EAA, which I'm probably going to start carrying soon, by the way. I will be, actually. I will be. I'm not saying when I say probably, I mean I will be. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so what are some other reasons to have protein? Well, let's go through the not so obvious and maybe the ones that you think are maybe not so important here. Now, obviously, we know it supports tissue repair, and these are all types of tissues. Could be a burn. It could be, obviously, working out in the gym would be more applicable to you. It could be an injury. Protein is going to act on this and to help you to recover. Now, if your calories are too low, but your protein is high, then you're going to end up burning protein for energy, okay? Well, if your calories are low, period, and there's protein in your diet, your body's going to utilize some of that protein for energy. So you don't want to do that. This is part of the reason why we have the amount of energy we do in the diet, and we don't go lower. That's one reason. Okay, we want protein. We want to utilize protein for its job, okay? And part of that is to help you to recover from your workouts. Protein is also really essential for the foundation of many of our hormones. So things like insulin, cortisol, growth hormone, etc. These are all hormones that are these are basically what we call polypeptides. And a lot of the other hormones are obviously fat-based. But we have a whole host of these, and I just mentioned a few examples there, which are protein-based, and obviously, you need to be getting an ample amount of protein to have a sufficient amount of these hormones functioning in the body, okay? Another reason why we want to have protein in the diet is, and this goes along sort of with tissue repair, is that every cell in the human body is made up of protein and fat. That's essentially what we were made up of. We were not made up of carbohydrates. We were made up of putting water aside, of course. We are made up of, in terms of tissue, of actual structural stuff, it's protein and fat, okay? Protein also makes up the underlying structure of your immune system, okay, especially your white blood cells. So glutamine plays an essential role in your immune system. This is why some people will supplement with glutamine, including myself. So let's talk about maybe why, and there's other stuff related to physiology, but there's no sense in really diving into this. Maybe we'll save it for another video. Let's get to the stuff that's more related to diet, okay? So protein is going to be the most satiating macronutrient by far, okay? And how does it do this? Well, one of the mechanisms is it reduces the hormone ghrelin. So ghrelin is something that the body produces essentially when you feel hungry, your body's producing ghrelin. And high carbohydrate intake will, okay, and I'm talking very high carbohydrate intake, especially with sugars or carbohydrates that are very fast digesting, they will increase the production of ghrelin. Okay, protein does the opposite. This is why you feel full. This is why you feel full. It's not because you're eating too much food. And this is one reason why you feel full. It's because you're eating more protein. Okay. Another reason why we want to have protein, it has especially when it comes to dieting, it is. I don't want to say magic because that's BS, but it is necessary for losing body fat. Okay. Well, it's not necessary, but it's really in your interest to have it. Let me say that, okay? Especially when you're in a deficit, okay? And part of the reason is because it has the highest thermic effect. It takes the most energy to digest this food. So people will say, oh yeah, I eat more protein because it revs up your metabolism. Well, it does actually rev up your metabolism because it requires more energy to digest it. Okay, that is your metabolism, okay? So there is some truth to that. Protects against lean body mass loss. Okay, so typically when I reduce somebody's calories, not just yours, but anybody's, I will increase their protein to help preserve lean body mass. We don't want to lose that. It helps to regulate blood sugar levels. Again, this is really, really important when you're trying to lose body fat and you want to feel good. You want your energy levels to be sustained throughout the day. Protein's going to help with this, okay? And there are other reasons, but I'm going to stop there because it's 6 minutes and I want to get into a little more of your feedback. So let's do that. Do that. Somewhere. I thought I had it open. Maybe I don't. Okay, let's open it up here. Reminder, send me your feedback, okay? You need to send me your feedback if you have not already. And there's a bunch of you have not sent me your feedback. Okay, so do that ASAP. You're supposed to do it every Sunday. All right, Fit in 10 weekly check-ins here. Entries. All right, so here we go. This person says, first few days were challenging to hit the macro targets because I was eating more whole foods, so I was full longer. What's helping is eating more earlier in the day to spread it out more, okay? So there you go. This person has already figured out that eating earlier in the day, opening up your window, your window of eating, the time span that is going to help you to get in all of your food, okay? Is there anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? What exercises are on each day of the Zoom classes so I can plan to make sure I attend one arm, one leg, and one cardio a week? Okay, well they're all going to be either going to be lower or upper body, okay? So this week, Monday was lower, yesterday was upper, today is lower, and it just goes on like that. So you can see that the next week is going to be the opposite, right? So next Monday is going to be upper, and then Tuesday will be lower, etc., okay? And it just continues like that. So every second week is the same. And the weeks in between are the opposite, okay? Okay, how am I doing for time here? 8 minutes? Okay, let's see if we get one more feedback here. Okay, let's hold on. Let's get the message of the day. Okay, I like this one. Some action is better than none, for sure. We can all agree on that. More action is better than some, definitely. But full action is best. Okay? Try to make sure you do everything as best as you can. So I'm going to say it again. Some action is better than none. More action is better than some. Full action is best. I know it's a bit of an uphill grind, more so for some of you than others. But do your best. Do not give up. And find the areas where you're struggling the most and put more energy into those. Send me a direct DM and I can help you as well, okay? Or you can put it up in the general area if you like. It's just that general DMs I tend to see those more readily. I mean, I do go through the threads on the Fit in 10 channel, but if you DM me, I might be able to get to you a little bit faster and be able to help you. And I'm always willing to help you in person, or if you want to do it over a video call or something like that, okay? All right, so get your protein in every meal. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important when it comes to fat loss, okay? All right. Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. I'll talk to you very soon. See you guys.